Good morning, everyone. This is the complete walkthrough of the qualifying round played in the Parisian 9-hole Cup Master Division. This is a quick-fire, free-to-play walkthrough and can be completed with Kingslayers, Centurions, Luminaries, and Berserkers. Before you continue with the video, make sure you have hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell. This way you will get notified when I post my final round content on Saturday. If you feel my shots are incorrect, setup is wrong, then you do not have to follow anything I say and you may consider checking out somebody else. If you follow this video walkthrough and consider some tokens and make your own tweaks, then a score of -17 or lower is possible. Now let's start with hole number 1. For hole number 1, here I'm going to play with a Berserker ball and we'll be having our bullseye at the sand where it gets wet by the water. Adjustment will be for winds above 13.6 miles per hour, and Apoc 7 and 8 will be adjusting on 1:1 basis. And depending upon the wind strength, we are going to apply our backspin. For 14 miles per hour, I'm going to use 0.8 backspin and 2 right spin. And notice the amount of curl I'm applying on the drive here. Try our best to hit perfect. A great right is better than a great left. Our aim here is to clip the rough on second and third bounces and then roll into the end-bringer range. If you are lucky, you can also get into the putt range, but end-bringer is a little more consistent, and if you have a longer putt, it might be a little difficult. Now, regardless where I ended up, I always played the end-bringer shot at -35% elevation P4 settings, and that is the EB School topspin boost method. Sorry, topspin method, not topspin boost. So if you want to play no spin 20%, I recommend first using a practice token and figuring out the actual elevation. But -35% P4 topspin method has been consistently dropping for me, always at the pin. For hole number 2, I'm going to start with my Navigator ball at complete P1 max, keeping half of the blue ring inside the rough on right. I'll be applying 4.2 backspin and 1 bar of right side spin, just like that. After we have found our position, we switch to a Centurion or a Kingslayer ball. Once we have swapped balls, the adjustment shall be max plus 25% power 3 ball numbers. And again, wind angle tweaks are in play here. If you have more of a headwind, you will be needing right curl. If you have more of a tailwind, you will be needing left curl. Here I used about 2 clicks of right curl, which was a little less. If I had like 1 click more, it would have dropped for the hole in one. Again, I do not dial in the par 3s in the qualifying round. These are just for your reference and in order to make your own tweaks. But here we come in very nicely. Nice bounces, and we just stop on the left side. So probably 1 more right click and this was in for the hole in one on hole number 2. Hole number 3 is our traditional Guardian backspin shot. For the drive, I'm going to use my Thor's Hammer level 7 plus, max top spin and 1 left spin. Once you apply all the spins, make sure you have the second bounce just before it clips the rough, right there. Adjustment shall be max plus 10% P5, and then notice the amount of curl I'm applying on my drive here. First I center and then apply the curl, just right there. We are looking for a drive yardage somewhere around 430 to 440 yards. The approach shot will be played using max backspin and 0.5 right spin, and it will be adjusted at landing position slider and -10% P5 settings. So first I apply spins and notice my second bounce. I'm going to show you 2 drops here, one with a perfect and one with a great left. The second bounce is 1 green square above the pin and 2 green squares left of the pin. So for plus 21, this was played at 96% slider and minus 10% P5 settings. Here I will hit perfect. The next shot will be a great left. This is just to show you that a great left and a perfect have equal opportunity of dropping for the albatross. I'm not sure about the great right though. Regardless, we hit a perfect and this will go inside the cup for an albatross. Again, the same setup. Max backspin, 0.5 right spin, 1 green square above the pin and 2 green squares left of the pin. Right there. This time we are at plus 18. Plus 18 shall play 90% slider and minus 10% P5 settings. Now you will see I will hit a great left here, but again great left, we are falling into the funnel and has equally good opportunity for dropping for the albatross. Now for hole number 4, these are the recommended wind angle tweaks. In case of red wind angle, which is the shot here in the video, I'll be applying 2 clicks of right curl. In case of black wind angle, it is 1 click of left curl. And in case of blue wind angle, it is 2 clicks of left curl. Let's look at the shot now. Here, I'm going to start at complete P1 max, keeping the white ring touching the rough on the right there, and then switch to a king slayer ball, and then apply 4 right spin and 0.5 top spin. Once we have our spins set, we are going to observe our wind angle. This is played in the red wind angle, where I'm going to apply 2 clicks of right curl. Adjustment shall be max plus 20% power 1 ball numbers. So there, first I center and then apply 2 clicks of right curl and then try
perfect shot. Perfect.
This will nicely hit the pin for a hole in one. Again, take your time to assess the wind angles carefully and use 1 to 2 tokens, as this is a very
hole in one.
For the drive on hole number 5, I'm going to start with a P0 ball at complete max, keeping a portion of the blue ring inside the rough on left right there, and the inner ring is by the tree shadow, and then switch to my Centurion ball, apply 3 left spin and 4 top spin. Once the spins are set, the adjustment shall be max plus 20% P0, and make sure how much you are pulling into overpower. You will be applying 1 additional ring than what you pull into. So if you pull into 2 rings, you shall apply 3 rings and so on. Outer wall left curl, and then the necessary overpower that you need to apply on your drive. The drive distance here will be around 335 to 340 yards. Great left is preferred over great right, but both are safe. .334. The approach shot will be played with your B52. First we'll perform a rough check right before the sign, above the pin before the sign right there. Plus 6 shall play 10% slider. So we were at plus 4, which means I'm going to take off 0.2 from my adjustment here. Apply spins as necessary, keeping top of the yellow ring by the rough fringe line. Adjustment shall be slider plus 10% P3 settings. Then all you need to do is center the ball and hit perfect. And this will nicely catch the funnel, dropping nicely for an eagle on hole number 5. Hole number 6 is more of a eagle play due to the inconsistencies in drive that I have been facing. Regardless, you will never go into the rough, I can promise you that. You can go long or short, but you will always be away from the rough. 7 topspin and 3 left spin. The second bounce ending in the bottleneck there. Adjustment shall be max plus 10% P3, and without any overpower or curl, we are just going to take our normal drive. The drive will vary around 385 to 405 yards, and depending on which range you like, within which range you end up, your second shot will be played at a different elevation. If you end up 385 to 390 yards, it will be minus 10% P3 at slider. If it is 395 to 400, it is medium distance minus 10% at P3 numbers. And if you end up above 400 yards, the adjustment shall be medium distance minus 20% power 3 ball numbers. Again, I did not really dial this one in for the albatross, but it is a very good opportunity if you get the adjustments correct, because as you will see in the replay, I will miss this one just on the left edge of the cup. We are going to take the bounce in the bunch of leaves there we have. Apply spins as necessary to have the ball guard line going 1.5 green squares above the pin. I think I have 2 green squares above, as a result of which I will miss the left edge of the cup. And since we were above 400 yards on the drive, I'm going to play this shot minus 20% medium distance power 3 ball numbers. Try our best to center the ball and hit perfect. Now we take a very nice bounce in the bunch of leaves, and however, if I got the offset correct, it would have dropped for the albatross. A decent opportunity for a drop on hole number 6. Hole number 7, here we are going to green from P5 and empty position. Adjustment shall be max plus 10% P5, and depending upon what level of apocalypse you have, you will be pushing up different number of rings. In case of apocalypse level 7, I'll be pushing up 9 rings. Apoc 8 shall be 10 rings, and apocalypse 6 should be 8 rings. And after you have made your push-up, you will notice your wind strength and then apply appropriate sets of spins. For 14.4 miles per hour, I'll be using 3.2 backspin and 0.5 right spin. And the last thing to do is to apply Apocalypse 5 Max right curl with Max OP and try to hit perfect. This will either get you into the end ringer range or onto the green for a putt for the eagle. I will also show you the putt just in case if you are curious how the putt is gonna look like. The putt here is a makeable putt. You do not have to apply any overpower. However, you will be needing to use some curl in order to get the ball guard line through the hole. And the tip here is that great right is better over great left on the putt, and perfect is obviously gonna drop for the eagle. For hole number 8, start with a P2 Win 4 ball to adjust and then switch to a Kingslayer or Centurion ball, or alternatively, see the wind with Centurion or Kingslayer, adjust with the Katana and then swap back to KS or Cent before taking the shot. We will have the red ring touching the rough at complete P2 men. Adjustment shall be 1:1 minus 1. For 9.2, I am adjusting 8.2 rings here. 4 backspin and 2 left spin. Now you see first I adjust with the P2 ball and then swap to a Centurion or a Kingslayer ball here. And the last thing is to apply just before circle break left curl. I think circle break left curl would have dropped for the hole in one, but again it is a very tough hole considering the other part 3s. This is the toughest part 3, and on the weekend round I will get this one more dialed in for the drop. But here is a reference shot for you. Hole number 9, a safe eagle play here, keeping the blue ring touching the rough at complete P5 max using the rock level 9. Only using 1 left spin, no need of any top spin or back spin. 1 left spin is sufficient here. Adjustment is going to be 1:1. Even if you are hitting the max line while you adjust your drive, do not worry. The drive is very consistent regardless, and you will not be applying any overpower whatsoever. Just center the ball like regular and hit perfect. If you happen to hit a great left, you might clip the rough on second or third bounces. A great right shall still be safe, but again, our attempt here should be to hit a perfect drive. Drive yardage will be plus minus 340 yards, 344 here. The approach shot shall be played with cat level 5 plus. Have your bullseye centered between the two trees right there. Apply 6.5 top spin and 2 right spin. Once you apply spins, make sure your second bounce is just before the fairway, right there on the edge of the rough, just before the fairway. The adjustment shall be max plus 10% P5. So max plus 10 here. And then last thing will be to apply a max right curl with circle drop over power. We apply a max right curl, circle drop over power, and this shall nicely bring you into the end bringer range. EB shot can be played minus 35% P4 settings, toss spin method using EB school, or you can also play 20% P5 no spin method.